Welcome back, Dolphins. So we're going to be diving into the film breakdown for the Miami Dolphins, and what you're going to see in this film breakdown is number one, Tua. I think at this point, Green Bay, I guess, is what was going to be the proving point. There'll still be people that don't like Tua, but at this point, Tua is playing like cerebrally, like Peyton Manning. But he's moving around the pocket. Drew Brees, the exact comparison that we all thought he was going to be. He's playing like Drew Brees. He's moving around the pocket, and he's creating plays. So this is going to be a play to Jonnu Smith, another short yardage. I think Jonnu is going to be probably one of the best pickups for years that we've had on this team. He fits perfectly, and he's essentially that third guy that last year when we had Tyreek Hill and Waddle, we just didn't have that third guy that Tua could look to. And now Tua has that guy, which has been, obviously, as you see, amazing to see on the field. It's translated. The result has translated to seeing much more completions from Tua and not seeing him force the ball down the field. So, again, this is going to be another play to Jonnu Smith. Like I said, guy has just been elite at getting open and just being that big target that Tua could look to. I understand everybody wants to say that Tyreek Hill and Waddle are amazing, and they're great, but the thing is, a lot of those other quarterbacks, they have big receivers that they could have gotten the ball to, and Tua last year just did not have that, whereas now he has that he could just throw it up to him, and he is for sure trusting him that he's going to catch it and make a play. Like I said, Jonnu has been amazing, and this is going to be the first awesome pass to Waddle. Waddle dominated this game, and it's been something that we've been all seeing. He's been getting open. It's just, the plays aren't going to him, and now we saw it this game. Clearly what we're doing here is that whoever's play and skill set warrants getting the ball to them, that's the one that we're going to do. And obviously this game, it much more depended on Waddle and Tyreek Hill. What I love about Tyreek Hill right now is that he's not complaining about not getting the ball a bunch, because the thing is Tyreek is a huge distraction. So he distracts the defense and allows other people to get open. And when you're looking at Tyreek, you kind of forget about where Waddle's going to be. And I think this game showed that, people are down on Waddle, and I understand it's the Patriots, but, a lot of these are, the type of games that we need to play where we see Christian Gonzalez is on this team. Many people, including myself, consider Christian Gonzalez to be the best cornerback in the league right now. So it's not like we're playing bad corners. People want to say bad teams, but we're playing elite corners right now. Kyle Duggar and Christian Gonzalez are some of the best in the league. And again, this was the perfect game to showcase that Tyreek Hill is open, you get him the ball. But if he's not, you got Waddle, you got Jonnu, and you even got Malik Washington or Odell Beckham. But, obviously dropped a couple passes. But again, right here, don't need to force the play. I think at the second half, we started forcing it a little bit, and Tua got a little antsy because the whole flow was kind of messed up with the Skylar Thompson thing. Tua was in, he was out. But the first part of the game, Tua was just fitting the ball in to just basically everybody and just carving up this New England Patriots defense, which again, the Rams kind of had a hard time against this team. A lot of teams have had a hard time against this team, and we completely dominated them. So this is going to be another play, beautiful play for a touchdown by Tua. Moves up in the pocket. The people are just not talking about Tua's pocket awareness that he has right now. I know we all get scared when he's running around, but he knows what he's doing. The only reason that he got injured is when he's trying to do too much with the play. And right there, it's perfect. Just gets the ball to Jonnu again. Touchdown. Like I said, man, Jonnu has been just a godsend for this team. Tua immediately, he sees Waddle being covered, immediately looks at Jonnu. This is one of the reasons why I think this team is going to be able to beat any team in the league this year, especially with this offense, because it's different now. Again, Jonnu wins, Tyreek wins, and Waddle wins. It just depends on who the defense is covering. And the way that Tua works, this is what people underestimate with Tua, is that he is not a Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson is not a good quarterback. He's a good running quarterback. Tua understands defenses. Not saying that Lamar doesn't, but I'm saying at the level that Tua does, there's not a lot of people, besides like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, that do what Tua does. And right here, another pass to Jalen Waddle down the middle of the field. Again, Jalen Waddle dominated. He finally had that game. And, the thing is that this team is about getting whoever the person that is open the ball, or getting the ball to whoever is open. And this game, Waddle just had himself a game where just happened to warrant that, again, Christian Gonzalez is on Tyreek Hill. Christian Gonzalez is a very good, if not the best corner in the league. You get the ball to Waddle because the other guy's not going to be able to cover Waddle. And this one was to Malik Washington. I think we need to have maybe more plays Malik Washington doing something else besides a screen or a end around, because I think people are starting to get used to it and used to him being on the field. This is going to be another one to Waddle, and this is against Christian Gonzalez, an elite cornerback, and Waddle just beats him, and this is one of those games right here that I think Waddle can gain his confidence back in his hands, because he didn't drop a pass this game. And it was just excellent to see, he was just making elite. This is the thing. Many people that know me know that I was so high on Jalen Waddle coming out of the draft. I wanted him over most of the receivers because of this type of game. This is the game that Waddle can have, jumping over people, faster than people. Here's a Devon Achane touchdown. Again, this team has so many weapons. This is the difference between last year and this year. Devon Achane was a rookie, still getting used to things. He was still elite. But, again, Devon Achane, 5'10". Tyreek Hill, 5'10". Jalen Waddle, 5'10". You finally have, I think Jonnu is the thing that unlocks this offense, where now he's 6'3" or 4". Tua has that big target to also look for, that safety blanket that he didn't have before. Right here you see Tua making an awesome play to Jalen Waddle. And to all the people that want to sit here and say, we need to get rid of Tua and then rebuild, you guys are just kind of getting annoying at this point. Mike McDaniel is starting to become a really good coach after this season, and Tua and Waddle are going to be an excellent duo for whenever Tyreek Hill decides to retire. But again, this team is starting to show that they're starting to learn. Sometimes, people want things to happen so badly that they forget most of the time you become who you are based upon when you lose and not necessarily when you win. And I think this is the season that this team needed to have. Beautiful catch by Waddle right here. Controversial, but again, this is the type of catch that gets your confidence back. This, it's one of those things that, Waddle had finally the game that I think, again, he's confident. I understand he's confident in himself, but had the game that he needed to have so that he could have that confidence to know I am an elite receiver, because a lot of people are talking. Again, Jonnu Smith right here. Dude, I think this guy's the key. He is the key to this offense. I think it just changes everything for Mike McDaniel, for Tua, for everyone, that now you have that guy that really no linebacker I've seen has been able to cover him. I don't really see any linebacker able to cover this guy. I think just like, Tyreek and Waddle and Tua fit in this, I think Jonnu Smith was the perfect tight end that we needed in this offense. This thing I don't understand with Tyreek, I don't understand why. I understand he's super fast, but a lot of the time he does this like backward step that loses a yard on some of these, passing plays. That one's a little different. I guess the guy got to him, but he does that a lot where he just immediately backs up first and then starts going. And sometimes he loses yardage because of that, but it is what it is. Another pass to Jonnu Smith, easy pass. Tua just makes it look easy, right there, boom. You can't cover everybody. You really can't. And he, these are plays that he sees the blitz coming. He sees people looking at it. He sees what's going on. He's dissecting. He knows exactly where to go. He sees that the linebacker's on the inside. Jonnu's breaking outside. He can't cover that. Boom. That was a perfect play. You see that right there. That's a quarterback play. You see the linebacker is on the inside of your tight end, and you know his route is to break to the outside. You know that's going to be open. You know he can't cover that. And then this is just an easy Devon Achane touchdown. Everybody just leaves him alone. Beautiful. Carved these guys up, honestly. Carved them up. They just lost him. He was on the other side. If you notice, he's on the left side. He just goes over there. You think it's going to Tyreek, and people just completely lost Achane. Beautiful play design. Beautiful play design. This is going to be another Waddle pass, another big explosive play for Waddle. He just carved up this defense. You see him right there. Jumps over the guy. Mosses him, basically. Beautiful pass. I mean, like I said, this is the game that you see Jalen Waddle. And Tua changed the play. He did that right there. If you saw that quick little thing in his chest. And he knew he was going to Waddle. I mean, I think people are going to say that, or Tua's going to say they didn't have a conversation, this and that and the other thing, but I think they did, and they knew, like, Waddle for 2 straight years has just not been able to get the ball, and they made it a thing that this game, he's going to. And again, shout out to Tyreek Hill. Plenty of receivers have sat there and cried about not getting yards, especially with, like, you have last year, he does all these different, bombs and everything like that, and Tyreek could easily start complaining about not getting the passes that he should be getting or that he wants to be getting, but he wants to win. He understands that this is a winning team, and this is kind of how Kansas City was. There was Kelsey, there was Reek, there was a bunch of other people, and when he's open, he'll get the ball, especially like right there. Beautiful play, beautiful route by Tyreek, beautiful catch. You'll see him right here. He's just going to beat, I believe, the safety. Yeah, again, Tua dissecting the defense. That play right there. You see the safeties to the inside. Your guy's breaking outside. Easy. It might even have been a choice play. It's going to be just a short pass to Devon Achane. Again, this is another thing that they did not have that last year. People didn't respect any of the stuff that we were doing as much last year. So the checkdowns, the linebackers would play down on the checkdowns because we didn't have a tight end that could do stuff like the way that Jonnu was doing. So right now, you have a guy, checkdown guy. It's completely different because Jonnu Smith is now a very legitimate weapon. So they can't just press down on the running back. They have to play Jonnu because he could break it for 50 yards. Here's a pass to Tyreek Hill. Again, like I said, get the ball when you're open. That's against Kyle Duggar. Very good safety. Gets the ball when he's open. And this is what Tua has been doing all year right now since he's come back. And it's something that I think the one game that Tua sucked at, and we all looked horrible, was the Buffalo game in the beginning of the year. And I think it's because we were trying to do the same thing that we did last year, and it wasn't working. And what ended up happening is after Tua, got his junk rocked, Mike McDaniel finally learned, hey, I can't do that, the way that I've been doing. It's not working against these good teams. And there's 2 sides to do that. You either see like what a lot of coaches do where they end up just trying to run the same crap over and over again and it never works and they end up getting fired. Or you do what Mike McDaniel did, which was change the offense, change it so that it works better, so that if they're playing you a certain way, now you play a different way. This is elite coaching right here. And then you'll see Tua make another impressive play. It's not for a lot of yardage, but again, Tua is now not trying to be Superman. He's just using his elusiveness to move out of the pocket. He doesn't need to truck anybody, but he can do this where you see, moves right out of the pocket, sees the blitz, boom, runs away, and gets the ball out. Now again, we'll talk about the second half because some of the plays that he was doing, he did a little too much. But he's learning. He's doing much better than he did before. See right here, another pass to Jalen Waddle. I believe Jalen Waddle on this pass, beautiful touchdown, he said that Tua did a no-look pass, and we'll see right here. He actually does a no-look pass that is so perfectly accurate. I mean, right here, look, no look. He's looking the other way. He's not looking at Jalen Waddle. Tua's playing elite. And I think Jalen Waddle said he's retiring the Waddle, but we'll see. He said he's tired of doing it. Pass to Jonnu, and Jonnu gets 10 yards on this. I cannot stop raving about Jonnu Smith. He has just been, he's been the missing piece. I'm going to be real with you. He's been the missing piece to this, and this is just, it's hard to sit here and, get mad at Chris Grier, because it's like Chris Grier hits and misses almost at the same level. he hits on certain things and misses completely on other things. Chop Robinson is a huge hit. Liam Leichenberg, well, he's playing a little better, but what is it? Who's the other offensive? Whatever it is, huge misses on other things, on draft picks and things like that. Cam Smith and which these things are tough, but it's hard, man. I mean, because he hit on a lot of players too. Jonnu Smith is another beautiful pickup by Chris Grier. The way that we're playing right now, as you see another pass to Jalen Waddle, I think we can beat any team. This is one of those teams you see we're just hitting the open guy and we're surgical. We're just moving the ball. We're not doing too much. And we just have all the weapons that we need to have in order to get whoever's open. Right here, boom. Julian Hill. Or Durham Smythe, sorry. Even Durham Smythe. You're just playing the plays the way that they're presented to you. This is what Tom Brady did. And, again, we had plenty of explosive plays this game, so the explosive play thing is done. This team can beat anybody. This team can truly beat anyone. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, like I said, let me know in the comments what you think about Tua. I think he's doing just amazing this year, and I think this is the year that, like I said, these teams, we can beat all of them, and we can beat every team if we play like this. I think Jonnu Smith was that missing piece that we needed to take away play or pressure from Achane and from the two receivers. And again, Tua is just playing the way that he needs to play. He's playing elite, and you're not going to see it physically. You're not going to see the Lamar Jackson plays, the Josh Allen plays, all those, which those are great. But Tua's doing something different where he is dissecting the defense continually. And again, want to say doesn't do it against good teams. 28 points on the Cardinals and on the Bills and on the Rams, and we're basically scoring 30 points a game. He's done it against every team he's played, good and bad. We lost the two because of field goals, because our defense couldn't hold the other team. But Tua's playing at an elite level, and I'm kind of tired of hearing the commentary. You're not going to get a better quarterback than this. People that want to draft another quarterback, you're not going to get anybody better than him. So, as always, guys, fins up, baby. Love you all. Peace.